Joseph Crudup Show, welcome to my show. Today is Tuesday, January the 16th, 2024. Yes, it has been, and it has been the most of the year, or most of the day for the Dallas Cowboys. A frustrating day, or last night for the Philadelphia Eagles. And of course, Dolphins will have to wait until next year. Hopefully. Now we talk about Sunday's game between the Cowboys and the Packers. And you know what? Well, I kind of feel like it really bothers us. It really bothers America's team. It really bothers us a lot because I've seen this before this time. Thinking about that Sunday 2 days ago, and the Cowboys are all the contenders that are good enough to get to the Super Bowl. They had to win 3 games in the postseason. And it's me. Look, the Cowboys had a great season. They had a great season like they do. But then it just collapsed. No Martin Organs in here talking about the game, and it just really taken away from them. And Jerry Jones tears in his eyes, and it's been a frustrating time in Dallas. Frustrating time in Dallas. And I want to tell you something. This is a whole lot of stuff that's going on. That I want to get this off my chest. I want to tell you something about this. I really don't even care about this at all. All right, the Dallas Cowboys have been one and done. Philadelphia last night on the road against Tampa Bay have been one and done. Okay, and look, they have lost 3 straight games, 2 in the regular season and 1 in the postseason, and they have been eliminated for the playoffs. Now you have the Buccaneers, the Texans, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, the 49ers. You have the Packers, and last but not least, you had the Detroit Lions. Okay, look, is everybody's postseason? The Lions are still in it now. They live to fight another day. They'll get to face uh, I don't know what they're gonna face, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to find out. The Packers are facing the 49ers, right? But the 49ers are their favorite to win. I think they're gonna beat the Packers on Saturday night. But now look, what's happening to the Cowboys right now? On the first half, they were down 27-0. That was last night. And guess what? It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. But this is what happens here. The Cowboys will look like they're the contenders. They were like dead broke. They were like dead broke here. Fans can't believe. Fans are looking depressed. They think they were about to collapse. And if you're a Cowboy fan, you've been watching on TV, like, oh my goodness, this is not happening. It's not happening so far. All this stuff going on is happening right before the very eyes. It's not happening for us, for real. It's not happening. They didn't get any help. And in halftime, Jimmy Johnson is fired up, sending a message and tell the team to get to love. This is not right. Absolutely not good for the Dallas Cowboys. But be my guest. It didn't happen on Sunday, and never will. They never will get to the. They never get to the NFC Championship. 13 years and they never win. They lost 13 straight. They lost 13 straight. Never been in a conference in a championship game since 1996. They never were. There wasn't. The Cowboys have failed again and again and again in the postseason, and yes, it has. But what is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? That Prescott, and what's next for Mike McCarthy? What is next for Dak Prescott? What is next for all of the other team? Jerry Jones can fire everybody like they are. He ought to fire everybody at this spot. Jerry Jones built this team. It's a rise and fall, but now look, here's what's happening now. Look at this. Now, can Cowboys foul? Yeah. And McCarthy could be reacts to rumors. I gotta tell you, I'm hell to say it about this. This Dallas Cowboys are about to collapse to the next season. Now look at this. The Dallas Cowboys suffering an embarrassing 48-32 loss to the Green Bay Packers at AT&T Stadium, ending their season in sore fashion and signaling the possible end of the present power stretching at the star. Jordan Love and the Packers offensive did as they pleased all game, going up and down the field on Dan Quinn's scored touchdowns on 5 straight possessions at some stages. And while Dak Prescott and an offensive dominant early on, the athletes did manage to put something together in the second half. But it was too little too late. And as a result, Dallas was dumped out of the playoffs. Such was the manner of the defeat. Mike McCarthy's job security is now under the microscope. But Prescott doesn't understand how McCarthy's job can be on the line after the team's success this year. But they state he knows the business of the NFL. He's been amazing, Prescott said. I don't know how there can be job pressure, but I understand the business. In that case, it should be about me as well. Honestly, that guy, I had the season I had because of him. This team had the success that I had because of him, and I understand it's about winning the Super Bowl, and that's the standout of the league, and down short the standout of the place. I get it, but I mean to the less if that's the case. We know Prescott isn't going anywhere and is in line for the next expedition of the off season. We too understand the business and his contract and can't hit $59 million in 2024. Something must be elaborated, but McCarthy's position will undergo intense security over the next 48 hours. As that started, it is the nature of the business, and such a defeat will cause the finger to be finally pointing at the Cowboys over the next couple of days. It would be a brutal sentiment to try, and the organization will try to make something of this debate spouts. Everything was seemingly lined up for the Cowboys, but again, when push came to shove, it didn't pan out. Dallas couldn't take its huge opportunity to make it in the NFC Championship game as the path was laid out in its favor. Now, attention doesn't turn to who the Cowboys will play in the division round, but who will and won't be here in the coming days and weeks. Prescott will be here. That's business. McCarthy, nothing's promised. Zach supports from his QB was kind for something, we suppose. So that's what happens. Look, this whole thing for the Cowboys, they're built. And then they get tailed down. They build up and they got tailed down. For real, they got tailed down in this Green Bay inbound. How is this happening? How is this happening? And Jan Jones need to fix this. Come on, John. This Dallas America's team. This is not, but this is looking not right. The whole stuff is going down the drain. Dallas Cowboys team is going down the drain. Something's had to do something about it. Just like that. This and that. This and that. This whole Sting team, Michael always in here doing something like this. This whole, this is just a terrible, terrible time in Dallas. It's just about to collapse. Maybe they can build something for sure. Maybe they can build something for sure. This Dallas team is just getting a very emotional time. Getting a very emotional time, for sure. And there's nothing in hell you can do about it. Houston, Texas are still in it. So what is going on with them? They're taking a brutal loss, and something's got to change. So now, with tears in his eyes, all of the alternate sat in his locker room, Dan Quinn's right on his shoulder, considering him. The Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle was in a level of disbelief, the same as his quarterback, Des Prescott, who sat across the room talking to his friend, backup quarterback Cooper Rush. Having been the head coach of the team that blew the biggest lead in the history of the Super Bowl, at least Quinn, the Cowboys defensive coordinator at the point, is feeling with football shock. He knows life goes on. By the time the locker room was open after the Cowboys' playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, most of the regulars had trailed it to the off season. Other than a few, they didn't want to discuss the particulars of their latest gap. On Monday, the Cowboys opened their locker room at the start in Fresco, and the Beat and the Triplets took their hearts from the team, returned Carvalho trumpet, offensive lineman T.J. Bass, and the defensive back Jordan Lewis. With podcasts, Instagram, and a fleet of our team won plus broadcast partner outlets, it's easy to duck anything other than talk about low journey to greatness. Questions as a different era, and the days of having to answer questions such as had they at 9 Green Bay team come to your house and nearly hand 50 on you are deciding because they don't have to and they know it. Awkward, awkward questions aside, there are so many hard, ugly, and uncomfortable truths for all of them to confront, and they know it. And all they know it, if they don't, they will hear it in about a month, like contact really fast. But the sudden end to the NFL season is at that's 2 times 4 to the eagle. Heart, brains, and butt. And in a million seconds, minutes, and hours after this historically awful loss, the reaction is to put every cowboy and Jones on a one-way flight to the center of the sun to find Mike McCarthy, how Bill Belichick, cut that Prescott, and find a new quarterback. Because this mess makes Carlebell look easy. What the hell are you talking about, man? Come on, this Dallas team is very heartbroken. Very heartbroken, for sure. This is a sad time here. I mean, you don't talk to the other Dallas team like that. For sure, yes, it has, sure. All I can say is this. I can never even know what is going on. This Green Bay team looks terrific. But for the Dallas Cowboys, man, look, this is, this is going to continue upon. The fans are crying. The Dallas Cowboys fans are crying. The players are crying. And yes, it is what it is. So like I just said, we don't need to go there. We don't have to go there if we want to. But I tell you what, things don't have to happen that way. Things never have to happen that way because they had a great time. And look, I look forward to next year. But anyway, this whole team for Dallas Cowboys season is just heartbroken. I mean, they had just collapsed. And what will happen to Mark McCarthy if he never returns to the team? This is all about. This is just a damn shame. Really a shame for real. Really a shame. Now look, last night it was a game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had beat the Eagles, and the Eagles are out. Now it is what it is, but it is just not right. The quarterback and the other team is just they just collapse. It is what it is. Now take a look at this. Now Nick Sherman is the kind of coach that will make a pretty good Eagles fan. He talked smack to coach fans after a war last win last season in Indianapolis. He told Chiefs fans, "See y'all after the Eagles beat the Super Bowl champs this season. And don't forget the time the Quacky coach started into a TV camera and bobbing his head after the touchdown in a playoff game. Kind of funny when the Eagles are winning." Well, it makes it easy for Eagles fans to turn on cinema for acting the fool. It makes it easy for the rest of the NFL fan base to troll him on social media too. "See y'all, don't let the door hit y'all on the way out." Sumner took the blunt of the popcorn shower after a disgruntled Eagles fan dumped his bucket on the field towards the dog-eared coach after perhaps the worst postseason loss in perhaps the worst final 6 weeks in franchise history. Sumner got off easy Monday night. His luck may not extend to his employment. Sumner is on the hot seat, and there's a little indication aside from glum looks in his suit and no comments to the mirror, which Ray and Jeffrey Long will go. Take a look at the full picture, and it almost seems silly to consider a change. Sumner has three playoff trips in 3 seasons, a Super Bowl appearances, and wins in 67% of his regular season games. But Lowell's card isn't all about 3 years. It's about everything that has happened since November 26, when the Eagles were 10-1 and at the top of the NFL. It was 3 straight losses and 5 or 6 overall to close the regular season. It was a 32-9 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the AFC wildcard game on Monday night. That accession changes. Big ones loom for the Eagles. Sandler may get a repair. His staff is sure to undergo a makeover. Defense and coordinator Sean Desai already took the fall for their defense, and his responsibilities will stripped down the stretch. Matt Patricia only made the defense worse. Offensive coordinator Ron Johnson couldn't do much right other than call for the trust person on 4-1. Jalen Hurts record scorer. Wide receiver A.J. Brown sunk because of they missed a playoff game with injury. So they're playing his stars in the meaningless season finale. Hanson Grinder went from field pass Russell with 16 sacks last season to 11 13 games this season to know over the following 5 games after Patricia dropped him into pass coverage. The Eagles lost to backup QBs. They lost to batons. The biggest loss just may have been the Eagles' fate in Shanghai. So now it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But not. But look, the Eagles had a great season. But they lost, right? They lost big. They lost real big. And they came up with nothing. With with 3 field goals. 9 points. Oh, I had 3 field goals. I'm not sure. It really happened, folks. It really happened. But this time, it is what it is. I mean, you don't. I mean, look. This that Philadelphia Eagles team is just collapsed, right? And look, they are not looking good at all. They're not looking good at all for real. You can blame on that one. You can blame for this time and that, but that is just a long story, a whole different story that came out behind. You came out behind and it's just like, oh yeah, this is what happens here in this game. This is what happens now. We don't know for sure. This is what happens here. I don't take a blame for everybody. The truth hurts. The truth hurts is just like this and that. I really don't want to talk about it, but anyway, that's for sure anyway. But guess what? All they had to do is look at the down mirror and just like, what are we going to do after that? It's just a shame for this game. It's just a shame for the season. The Lions are in it. Bills are in it. Sheets are in it. 49ers are waiting. The Packers are in it. Look, the 49ers and the Ravens are in it. Lions are in it. Chiefs are in it. Bills are in it. Texans are in it. Packers are in it. And the Buccaneers are in it. But look, it is what it is. It's just a game for us. It's just a game for the Eagles. They had a great season. They did a great job. Last night, last in the evening was a great win for the Buffalo Bills. They won at home. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Steelers are looking frustrated as more as ever. The Buffalo Bills had just Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills tear their hearts out. Tear the Steelers' hearts out. There was no Bill Butler back a couple of years ago that didn't, and the Pittsburgh Steelers that didn't seem to care, but they thought it would win. They thought they could put it through and make that together, but they couldn't. And the Buffalo Bills just won it. They did win it. So anyway, this is just everybody. It just goes to show you that everybody that knows it, it's just on the amount of time before we see this happening. We have to see this happening. We have to see it through. So now we have to see what's going on here in the postseason. Now, so let's take a look at how the Super Bowl is just a few weeks away. Super Bowl is just 4 weeks away. So, like I just said, we gotta see some action. We gotta see everything that goes up and around. So let's take a look. What's about to go down? Now the division, the NFL division, the playoffs is still on. So now, if I can go it down. There you go. Now, the 20th, January the 20th, Ravens, they are the number one in the AFC, taking on the Texans in the AFC divisional. And then the Buffalo Bills and the Chiefs and a rematch here in the postseason. Remember, they're going at it for years. Remember, on the regular season, they beat the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes is frustrated. Say it was a bad call. We'll get that back. We'll get revenge on the Buffalo Bills at 6:30 p.m. 49ers facing the Packers at 8:15 on Saturday. And on Sunday, the Lions facing the Buccaneers will get to the NFC Championship, hopefully for the first time. So now it's on, folks. May the best team win. Man, I feel sad about the Dallas Cowboys, man. I'm thinking, looks like everything, and Jerry Jones was about to draw it up, like, okay, time to go. Time to get off this internet, get off this website, get off this live stream. Subscribe to this video. Check me out on the josephcrudup.com, on the Joseph Crudup Network too, and I will see you then. Until then, take care.